Good morning, everybody. So let's talk about this comment because I received so many comments like this last weekend or in general, when I share my boudoir photos of just, I wish I had your confidence. And I just want to tell you something and be very transparent and very clear here. I know you all see me as a self-confident human being, and I do have self-confidence, but that self-confidence comes from recognizing how highly insecure of an individual I am, because I am a very insecure individual. Let's be transparent. Let's be real here. Let's be frank. Every single person on this planet, no matter how confident they are insecure. You cannot be confident without having insecurities. It's not one or the other. They go hand in hand. I am deeply insecure. I have fears just like every other person. I fear that I'm too much, that I'm too loud, that my emotions are too big, and that I push too much. I am so scared that people are just going to abandon me and get sick of my shit and walk away. I am afraid of communicating my wants, my needs, my emotions sometimes to people. I am a highly insecure individual, which makes me the most confident individual in the world, because I recognize those insecurities, and rather than trying to push them away, rather than sitting here and looking at them like they are something negative about me, I look at them like they are the most beautiful parts about me. And I find so much strength in the self-awareness that comes with recognizing your insecurities and just being like, I'm insecure as fuck. And it's okay, because I'm not meant to be perfect. No one is. Perfection is a crock of shit that we are all on this hamster wheel of trying to achieve, but it never really happens because it doesn't exist. And so when you recognize that being a highly insecure individual is extremely powerful because of your self-awareness, that unlocks your self-confidence. Self-confidence comes with a level of just knowing yourself and trusting yourself and supporting yourself, validating yourself, seeing your self-worth. And that goes hand in hand with recognizing every single insecurity that you have and finding the safety within those insecurities, because a lot of those insecurities won't go away, right? They're kind of deep rooted into us, and they flare up and they show their ugly heads from time to time because of different situations. And rather than sitting there and seeing those insecurities and thinking, God, I'm so fucking stupid for feeling this, or like, oh my God, that is such a disgusting weakness about me, it is being and seeing those insecurities and going, oh, that's there. Okay, that's a part of me. That's who I am. That's something that I struggle with. And so rather than beating myself up, rather than making this mean something really terrible about me, about my evolution, about my emotional intelligence, about my growth, I'm going to sit here and just recognize that it is what it is. It's there. It's powerful. What's making me feel that way, right? And what is this truly about? And the second you recognize that within yourself and you're able to kind of go through those steps, you slowly start unlocking every little level of self-confidence you have, because you're no longer beating yourself up over being insecure. You're just embracing it and saying, yeah, this is a part of me. And it's fucking amazing. And it's beautiful. And it's strong. And it is grace. It's everything. And so when you start recognizing that you are going to always be insecure, no matter how confident you are, you give yourself permission to stop being so extreme and just to be kind to yourself. Self-confidence comes with a level of just knowing yourself and trusting yourself and supporting yourself, validating yourself, seeing your self-worth. And that goes hand in hand with recognizing every single insecurity that you have and finding the safety within those insecurities, because a lot of those insecurities won't go away, right? They're kind of deep rooted into us, and they flare up and they show their ugly heads from time to time because of different situations. And rather than sitting there and seeing those insecurities and thinking, God, I'm so fucking stupid for feeling this, or like, oh my God, that is such a disgusting weakness about me, it is being and seeing those insecurities and going, oh, that's there. Okay, that's a part of me. That's who I am. That's something that I struggle with. And so rather than beating myself up, rather than making this mean something really terrible about me, about my evolution, about my emotional intelligence, about my growth, I'm going to sit here and just recognize that it is what it is. It's there. It's powerful. What's making me feel that way, right? And what is this truly about? And the second you recognize that within yourself and you're able to kind of go through those steps, you slowly start unlocking every little level of self-confidence you have, because you're no longer beating yourself up over being insecure. You're just embracing it and saying, yeah, this is a part of me and it's fucking amazing and it's beautiful and it's strong and it is grace. It's everything. And so when you start recognizing that you are going to always be insecure, no matter how confident you are, you give yourself permission to stop being so extreme and just to be kind to yourself. And I share this with you because I got so many messages from women saying, I want spicy photo tutorials. I want spicy video tutorials. But can you teach me how to hide my ass? Can you teach me how to hide my arms? Can you teach me how to hide my belly? And the fact of the matter is, if you are not confident in yourself, taking spicy photos and spicy videos is going to make you feel insecure, because there is such a level of vulnerability with it. Such a level of vulnerability that we never discuss when it comes to spicy videos and spicy tutorials, because you are literally sitting there and bearing yourself to your partner, to the world, sometimes to whoever you want. And that's an extremely vulnerable thing to do, to hand someone something and give them the ability to reject you in that moment. So you need to recognize that that insecurity lies within you and you're okay with it. And that if you're insecure about your body, especially, you shouldn't be. Your body's beautiful. Your partner is going to think your body's beautiful. So stop trying to hide aspects of your body from the world. Stop trying to hide your tummy, your cellulite, your dimples, your wrinkles, your arms, your back, whatever it is. Stop trying to hide it. Embrace it. They find you the most beautiful creature on the planet. They're unafraid to tell you that. So don't allow your insecurities to convince you otherwise, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I'm just giving this as a preface because I want to be able to do these spicy photo tutorials and have you guys feel really fucking good about them and not receive the messages of, I wish I could do that, or I wish I had your confidence, because you absolutely can do it and you absolutely can have my confidence. So there are a few things I want you to do at home before we jump into spicy tutorials. We'll jump into them next week, I know. But this week we want to focus on self-confidence. So this is the first tip I'm going to give you. I want you to practice mirror work. I've written multiple articles on this. I've spoken about it so many times because it is so just, what's the word? Not detrimental. It's so fucking needed. Every person, not even just women, every person on the planet needs to experience mirror work. And mirror work is where you go stand in front of a mirror, preferably completely naked, and you look at your body in the mirror and you just love on your body. You don't sit here and you don't point out the flaws, even though I know your eyes are going to go there, right? Every time I'm in front of a mirror naked, I do it too. I point like right, zone in. Even when I get my photos done and the photos get sent back to me, boom, zone in on all the parts that I cannot stand about my body. And that is exhausting. And that's not what we're here to do, because we're here to become confident with the parts that we love and also to accept the parts that we don't. We don't have to love our body, but we have to respect our body, because our body has gotten us to where we are today. That was so fast. Did you see? My lips move so much faster than my brain. But I want you to stand in front of the mirror today. And I want you to stand naked, and I just want you to sit there and compliment yourself. Sit there and say, I have a great ass. It's a beautiful ass. And don't say but. I fucking hate that shit. Don't sit here and go, but it used to be perkier. No. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to just love on ourselves. We're here to feel confident in our body. So standing in front of the mirror and saying, I love my breasts. I love my shoulders. I love my thighs. Or at least I respect my breasts. I respect my stomach. I respect my thighs. So that's all I need you to do today. It's so easy. Don't avoid it. Don't try to scoop by it and be like, I'll just do the tutorials next week. Trust me. If you want these pictures to come out good and you want to feel good about them, you gotta start here. You gotta start by standing and like seeing yourself, right? If you can't see you, you cannot expect other people to see you, right? I think we all, side tangent, we all want to be seen in this world, right? We all strive to be seen, and we always strive to find people who see us in a different light. They just see us for who we are, right? You're never going to achieve that if you can't even look at the mirror and see you. You've got to see you first, then other people will see you. This is all about unlocking your self-confidence and your self-worth and your value as a human being, because you're so fucking valuable, right? And so standing in front of the mirror and actually looking at yourself and seeing yourself and just being fucking nice to yourself seems like such a huge ask, even though it's really not. It's so tiny. So do that today. Just, that's all I'm gonna ask you to do. Stand in front of the mirror naked and just look at yourself. And focus on the parts of your body that you do love, or you like, or that you can respect. And don't message me and say, well, I don't respect or I don't love any part of my body. You need to learn to do that, because no one else is going to put that self-confidence in front of you. Your significant other's job is not, their job is not to make you feel good about your body. That's your job. And that's what we put this extra pressure on other people to make us feel good in our bodies. It doesn't matter, because your significant other can tell you how fucking beautiful you are, which I guarantee they probably are, and how much they love your stomach and how much they love your ass and how much they love your thighs. And even though they praise it, you don't believe them because you don't see it and you don't feel it. And no matter how much they praise you, worship you, adore the very ground you walk on, if you can't see it within you, it's never going to, I don't know, what's the word? Feel like it's a part of you, right? And what we want to do is we want to make your body a part of you, not something that you compartmentalize or treat like it's something different, right? A lot of times people refer to their bodies as its, or like my body, it's a piece of you. And so we want to make sure that you feel comfortable in it. And the first way to get comfortable in it is just to look at yourself naked. Get in front of the mirror. Do a little 360 turn, admire yourself. And then, yeah, that's literally the only thing I have for you today. We'll start small. I'm like, I'm gonna give you 6,000 steps. No, we're gonna start small. Because I know that some people might not even be able to do that, but I challenge you to try. I challenge you to be uncomfortable. Evolution and growth is all about being uncomfortable and embracing being uncomfortable and embracing fear and doing it anyway. And so this is going to be scary and it's going to be uncomfortable and it's going to make you possibly cringe. It used to when I first started doing this, but the more you do it, I promise you, the better you're going to feel about yourself and the better your body is going to respond to how you're treating it, because you want your body to do all of these things for you and yet you treat it like a piece of shit by telling it how much you hate it all the time. How do you expect it to respond positively to you if all you're doing is degrading your body? And so today, get in front of a mirror, get naked, tell yourself that you look beautiful, because you do. And then we will continue the self-confidence tips tomorrow.